Here with the combat guide video. Hopefully the audio sounds better. Gonna teach you guys kind of the ins and outs of what some stuff is gonna be saying that you're reading. So first off, this is more melee paladin focus, so splash into a little bit of magery that you get through the build. Anyways, so like you're looking at this obsidian claymore. The weapon says 3d6 plus 3. As the hit percentage, and then pin, which is how much you penetrate their armor, etc. So 3D means 3 dice, 6 plus 3. So it's 3-sided dice plus 3. So 6, 12, 24. It's like it can be your rolls. So then you see it on the dummy. See 25, 14. These number variables. Proccing, but I am dual wielding. But then you take in consideration of your other combat skills. So you have your strength. So it's going to play a little bit into that. As well with your, since I'm dual wielding, this is a non-factor. You go down to dual wield, which would be 16. So that would be factored in as well as long swords. So, and then on top of that, on your character, another combat thing, PV is protection plus 16, and then DV is your dodge of your weight. So you can enchant gear, like this one says total 1, that means that's how many times it's been enchanted. It's 1 time, this one's 1 time, 1, and 1. But I had a belt and a cloak was enchanted 2 times. But with my class, I can't wear a belt because I'm a fox person, so I get a negative move speed if I wear a belt. And then I randomly had an ether disease where I grew a single wing, so I can't wear a back piece, but I always have levitation active. Okay, so for combat we'll go naturally into a dungeon, kind of show you kind of like what you're seeing, what I'm seeing. This is a level 9, level 18, level 2. So we'll go into a level 9. So when it comes to combat in this game, take your time in assessing kind of your situations when you're coming into something. So like with the ghost ladies, they'll fear you a lot. So you'll want to find, you have some skills like this one nullifies fear. But at any point in time, just take it slow. The game kind of makes you trick yourself thinking you can go live action and just boom, 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 but don't do that. Bandages are your best friends as well. So this bed comfort, healing, and cure poison, like these I can show you as well. Like when you're in dungeon diving, mining all the cobwebs you see is huge. It's like me, one shot a lot of these mobs. A little bit higher level on this paladin, so this is a paladin character. So each turn you take, I want to say in the settings I had my number damage show up, but maybe I turned it off manually or it got removed. But yeah, pick these cobwebs, have your bandies when fighting. Selecting a lot of abilities here, sometimes it'll get confusing, like I want to use like my lightning bolt, so if I right click it, now it's down here as active, so then kind of aim it to where I want it to go. But what you want to do is you'll want to click off of it again, pull your sword back out, so that's selected there, and then you can do that. Meditation is a big friend of yours. I think it kind of consumes some of your food. Recovery rate of your HP is enhanced, but you may fall asleep if you're too tired. So you're down here, collecting the stuff. I need to make a ranger character to show like the bows and crossbows and guns. This is more kind of can splash into both melee and a little bit of magic. So this guy's a little bit stronger. So when playing this, like my advice is when you're down here dungeon diving, you take it slow and see what you're going up against. And use the training dummy at your base to get your skills kind of flowing to where you're kind of bottlenecking or something's one-shotting you or something. Figuring out where that's at. Because in this game, gnomes, things will destroy your equipment. So literally I made 2 backpacks. 2 extra backpacks. They either got destroyed or were stolen from a gnome or fairy or something stole it when I was in the middle of combat of another dungeon. So those are just things to keep an eye on. Trying to get to the point where you can make acid-proof, fire-proof book bags so they're not getting blown up, because you just straight up lose them. Combating this, kind of looking at easy foes just to get the attack table off. Right now I'm just left-clicking, kind of watching my things there. Pop a bandage, peace of mind. There's a lot of my spells you'll see. Sometimes you'll see invisible creatures, so it's nice to get a see invisible to pop that to pull up the pumpkins or anything else kind of fighting you there. But then I have like Nature's Embrace, which is a hot heal over time, and then this one, Cure Mind. So like my recommendation when you go into dungeon diving, first skill you're going to want to grab is Appraisal. It's in the Tigger's Camp. Appraising's huge because it starts leveling up while you're getting all the books and stuff for your spells. But if you're going straight up warrior and not dealing with any spells, this guy right here, hot guy, water spells. So if you're, I don't have any water spells, so for me I have to kind of deal with him in a different scenario, but he will blow up and insta kill you, everything around you. So you want to play this smart, back up. If you're melee only, don't have any spells or any range, you need to invest in like a boomerang or something, or kind of take this fight a different approach. Either leave or build bombs, or but you don't want to get close to that dude. I may end up just like fucking dying here. We'll find out. But I'm just kind of ranging him, seeing what turns he takes. Okay, now he's on the move. So now, at this moment, got a rare one here, a Demon Eye. At this moment, I need to get the fuck out of here. So I need to bounce as far as I can go. Boom. Because if you don't kill him from range, he will blow up like, let's say his body's here, probably 3 tiles, maybe 4 tiles in a radius, and just annihilate you. See, there's a poison mob right here. So for me to see what's going on here, I'll pop this, boom, pumpkin. These spells you'll get from grabbing these books and IDing them, scrolls which won't cost mana, sleeping, having the magic, dream of magic helps a lot. I'll tell you that trait in a second here. Kind of get these off the field so they quit silencing me. Essentially, and you have like then use enchantments. Enchantment there. I just left click a lot. I have my favorites saved for when you want to build a nice flow of spells. But I kind of manually do things and take my moves, because once again it's like take your turn slow when you're struggling down here in combat. So when you're dealing with like reading these stats and seeing like what's kind of good and what's not, is you want to really read that PV for protection, the DV if you're going for dodge, really dive deep into your character's tooltips and kind of what strengths and weaknesses you have. My build is pretty progressed in, so I have a fuckload of these spells. I keep diving, dungeon diving at. I don't take insanely high levels than what I can handle, since I am new to Elin. I never played the Alana. So really veterans of the first one should be covering these videos, because you guys are getting advice someone like me putting a video out. It's like I'm only telling you what I've learned the last week I've been playing the game. So, but I'm just trying to help people out, kind of seeing like kind of where I've struggled. There's mobs I've like that go. There's a ghost lady where like you can't really kill her like melee wise. I just gotta figure out something. I needed to figure out a strategy, which then I figured out. Grab Holy Shield, which I've only, like I said, this game's so, you invest so much into one character to start like really going down the rabbit hole, so it's a lot of time. So I've invested a lot of time in this paladin build alone, to where it's like I can't just log in, spend 5, 6, 7 hours and be like, alright, here's a master video of this archer and here's a master video of this mage, because there's a lot of different things to kind of showcase there. But yeah, when you're down in these dungeons looking for gems, is a really good resource for helping you out there. I haven't really seen too many like when you're doing one session of combat during a dungeon, I haven't seen the stamina bar really like hinder you in the first 1 to 15 level dungeons. That being said, there could be mobs that tap into your energy. Is that what that's called? Figure out what that is called. I mean, I call it your stam bar, basically. Yeah, your Viger. It could be something later mechanics down the road. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a helpful advice. Obsidian pickaxes are pretty good hardness. You can mine a lot of different stuff, so try to shoot for that. Just that black rock on the ground, kind of dig deep through there. But yeah, for combat, I mean, yeah, the spell trait. So learning, appraising's good. Literacy is a really good one for mages. Reading those books, like this one right here, 3 charges of hero. But yeah, appraising, literacy is really good. I don't think there's a restriction on how many skills you can start popping. So yeah, appraising, yeah, trait. It's called Dream Waker. So if you're a mage, I highly suggest going 3 trait points into Dream Waker and banking up those spells. I've beginning like look, I have so many spells. So just while I'm doing eco or hitting the dummy to train out my skills a little bit to get a little bit of strength while I tackle harder dungeons, I'm just racking up these points. But so where's my hero spell? Let's find, where are you? Hero. Okay, I don't have any heroes. Perfect. I'll read this. Boom. Proc 12. I got 12 casts of that, where it gives me +9 strength, +9 dex, and it gives me 40 turns. 1 square is a turn. So that's really helpful when fighting ghosts and stuff like that. Oh shit, I just accidentally popped it. Yeah. 1 turn is a tick. But yeah, for melee, it's quite that simple on just really working on that dummy. I can make more videos of me just dungeon diving, showing you kind of me going into fights and stuff. I can put those more out there. So if you guys like this and you're like, yeah, I want to see your build in action, I can make a later on video of like how in depth like my theory craft was for my build. But this moment, grab them cobwebs, grab them dream wakers, kind of watch your protection on your gear if you go on melee, really read what your character's kind of telling you. But for the most part, there's some tips for you guys on the combat stuff. Hope this helped you out. You guys all have a good day. Peace.